Okay, my name is Dennis, and this is a video on the Bersa Thunder 40 Pro. I had a question given to me after my other videos where I talked about when you first get it, you should take the barrel and port and polish it and clean the chamber and tighten up the distance between the feed ramp and the chamber, the entranceway of the chamber, and to make sure that the throat is opened up just a little bit. I talked about how you can do that yourself, or give it to a gunsmith. He shouldn't charge you any more than about 75, maybe 120 bucks to do that. That will alleviate a lot of failure to feed. The problem that was asked me is, why did this happen? Okay, I use a piece of paper to do the refocusing. Once it refocuses, okay, now let's look at this. And as you can see, the round was pushed inside of the copper casing. And the reason being is because the seal of the casing failed on the round. And the reason that happened was because if you look at the round, you can see the little what you want to call it, distortion. There it is, right there, near my finger, inside the area. Okay, and then if you look at it on this side, you can see that. What caused that? What caused that was this. The receiver. This has a full rail for the slide, and when the slide is in, is going to from combat back to back and going to feed another round, the barrel is allowed to move forward just so much, too. Not much, but watch this. Let me see if I can imitate this for you. And when it does, see that movement right there? And when it does, it opens up that throat. And if you pay attention, down in here, and the sides of these here, and look at the distance. I'll do it a couple times. And I'll do them in different areas so you can really get a good look. Okay, come on, focus up. See the distance? Alright, there you go. See that distance? And see the shiny areas, the two shiny areas on both sides? Alright. What happens is this round, as it's coming up and tries to go into the barrel, into the chamber, because it is forward, it allows a space for this round the opportunity. It doesn't do it all the time, but it gives it the opportunity for this jacket, the crimping jacket, to strike the edge of the feed ramp. Correction, of the slide rail. And when it hits that edge of that, it causes that crimp that I showed you on that round. And when it did that, of course, it canted the round and shoved it in the chamber wrong, and the round hit the edges, the side of the chamber, and jammed and forced the round down into the jacket, the copper jacket of the casing. All right, how do you solve that problem? And as you can see, I went ahead and I took a small jeweler file and I rounded out these edges here, okay, on the beginning of the ramp. And if you can see where the shiny is, okay, I took these edges here and I filed them around this way and filed them around this way. So it's like round this way and round this way. And I got it down to about 600 grit that I was using. I used a small jeweler file, a little bit of work at a time, checking, a little bit of work, checking. Don't do a bunch of work at one time because you might do it too much. Remember, it's just like on the barrel when I told you about port and polishing it and opening up the throat of the chamber. Little bit at a time. Check, measure. Little bit at a time. Check, measure. Reason being is you get it too much, you'll have a misfunctioning weapon totally, and you'll have to buy a new frame, a new barrel, and you don't want to do that because you're just wasting money. Okay, guys, that was what happened. Once that was cleared up, this nice rounded here, and the barrel was, like I said, poured and polished, and throat opened up in the throat and cleaned up the feed ramp and the relationship of the feed ramp with the throat of the chamber. The weapon operates flawlessly, and I mean that. You will not have any more failure to feeds, and I don't care what type of rounds you use either, whether they're Federal, Winchester, or some other casing or trash rounds. They all feed beautifully. Okay, have a nice day.